What's up, Style Nation? Welcome back to your last episode in 2023. It's officially our Christmas episode. So here we are, final episode, Style for Life in 2023, the podcast where female entrepreneurs like you come to refresh their style so that they can boost their mood, their brand, and their revenue. Check, check, check. Better mood, more eyes on your brand, more money in your business so that you can make more impact. Sign me up. I'm pumped for today's episode. I got props. So now that this podcast is video like all the time too, if you guys haven't been checking it out on YouTube, from now on, all of the Sound for Life podcast will be video podcast. So the episodes will be on YouTube as well. So now I can bring props and I can show you guys things. Can't wait to see what this has in store for us. So now I could dance on screen. I was just doing all this funny stuff right before I hit record with my measuring tape around my shoulders, like looking like a tailor, just all kinds of silly stuff. And that probably doesn't even make sense to you, but it makes total sense to me. Anyways, last episode of the year. It's our Christmas episode. So I have a Christmas code for you. Been working really hard behind the scenes to get ready for 2024 inside of the Style Squad. And it's going to be the best year ever. Do you know why? Because Style Squad turns 1 in February. And I can't believe it. And I cannot believe that this community has existed for a year. I mean, honestly, I can't believe I've done it for a year. And I cannot believe that something that was just a dream one day, an intuitive hit when I was driving in the car one day, has come to life and has existed for a whole year. So that being said, true story, my confidence is way higher than it used to be. So going into this year, I feel so much more ready to just pour and come up with the creative ideas in a totally different way than 2023. Not that we'll ever stop testing and experimenting in our businesses, but there's something to be said when you see that you can do something. There's a different level of creativity and confidence that you can show up with. So I'm super, super excited. So excited that I have all of 2024 planned out inside the Style Squad. And I know everything that we're going to do for January, and I'm so excited. So if you're not on the email list, pop on the email list, and pretty soon, a couple days after this episode airs, you'll be getting an email of all the fun things that are going to be happening in January when you join the Style Squad, and you can see an outlook for the whole year. How juicy is that? I share all this with you because the Christmas code today is $10 off your first month in the Style Squad. So I know you've been listening to the podcast and we've been hanging out and we've been talking, and you might have been trying to decide if this is the place for you. So if you've been on the fence and you're ready to join, like I said, I know everything that's happening in this year, and you can get a full outlook of what's happening inside of the Style Squad this year to see if it aligns with your values, which, I mean, it should, because you're not here just for fun. And if one of your goals is to boost your brand, to make more revenue, to feel better in your body, which I cannot wait to talk more about that in January and create sustainable style systems that are completely in line with you, then absolutely go check out the squad. Like I said, you can get $10 off of your first month when you use code SQUAD10. I'm not going to bore you with the details because it's all in the show notes, but I had to let you guys know that I am dropping this offer as a Christmas special because today is all about shopping, and shopping can be one of the most daunting things that we do sometimes, and it's a place that we get tripped up all the time. So in the spirit of shopping, I did want to drop that code for you because it is the Christmas episode, and we all know that everything goes on sale on Christmas Day, and now that all our shopping is done, but it's the best time to shop for yourself. So gift yourself a new sense of refreshed style as you head into this new year. Pop over the show notes, use code SQUAD10 to get $10 off your first month inside the Style Squad. And I promise you, the value is going to blow your minds. So that being said, let's talk about shopping. I wanted to take this last episode of the year to share my behind the scenes shopping secrets as a stylist, how I work with my clients, how like me and my stylist friends, how we share, I guess I should say my stylist friends and I, we've been having that conversation a lot at dinner, how we share our secrets, what works, what doesn't work, and just best practices that I've honed over the last 3 years of really shopping online. Because shopping online is so different than shopping face to face or like in real life. And I don't know about you guys, but I live in a city that doesn't have a good mall. And then the malls that are closest to me, this has been happening a lot. The big anchors are shutting down. I don't have a Nordstrom within an hour of me because the Nordstrom that was close to me shut down. A lot of anchor retailers are moving out and moving online. It's the culture that we live in. So we have to master this. But if there is one thing that I hear over and over, it is I hate online shopping. Oh, I hate online shopping. Everybody says it all the time. And there's a couple key things that are really different. One, when we're online shopping, we're by ourselves, right? And I don't know about you, but if there's something that I'm naturally don't feel really confident in, doing it by myself can be such a slog, right? Hello, join the Style Squad. That's why it was created, it's a place where you can come together and share, right? And get tips and get support and just pop questions and do your live shopping bag. But that's not really what today's episode is about. I'm going to share some of those secrets with you because I get it. I know. But just with anything, there's like a strategy, right? I know you have a strategy for everything. I mean, shit, you probably have a strategy for grocery shopping, right? You make a list when you go grocery shopping. You might even do Instacart. You plan it on a certain day. If you do pickup, you do it at a certain time. Like you think through, how is this going to fit into my daily life? You plan it and you do it. And then that's where I think we drop the ball with online shopping for ourselves and for clothes. Mostly because we don't have the habit around it. Because unlike grocery shopping, which you're doing at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week, I mean, that's what we do in our house. Shopping for yourself and for your clothes is something that if I had to go on a limb, you're not doing that often. At most, you're doing it quarterly. And even then, sometimes it can be stretches of time that are longer than that, right? It's really when we have that super deep need because maybe our favorite pair of jeans don't fit anymore or they've seen better days or we get the opportunity to do a photo shoot or stand on stage and do some speaking. There's usually a really hard line in the sand that pushes us to do the shopping for ourselves. I think there's a lot of psychology behind that around allowing ourselves the pleasure. We've been conditioned to believe it's an indulgence. A lot of us don't have clothing as line items in our budget. And I know this for a fact because for some reason, I attract a ton of accountants inside the Style Squad. And all of them have said to me, I don't think anyone puts clothing budget, whether you're doing a budget or whether you're reverse engineering it and you're creating the money map for your goals and dreams, that's usually not one of the first things that's on someone's list. It's, I want to go on vacation. I want to donate. I want to pay for my kids to go to college. I want to live in a certain house. I want to live in a certain state. But very, very rarely is I want to spend X amount of dollars on clothes and I want to make sure that I have this funded. It could be $50 a month, depending on how you like to shop. The point is, it's something that just falls through the cracks. Hence, why the fuck online shopping is so hard for a lot of us. So I want to take a few minutes, break it down today. Like I said, I got my props because this part's important. The measuring tape. But before we start with the measuring tape, there's one thing that you needed to do ahead of time when it comes to online shopping to make it super easy for you. Today, this video drops, it's Christmas Day, right? One of the biggest shopping days of the year because every retailer is going to have everything on sale because it's their last ditch effort to clear out all their inventory before springtime. January is the hardest month in retail to shop. Hardly anything is new. It's all around just like getting rid of everything that's been there because once February hits, it's Fashion Week. All of the spring stuff is hitting the stores, right? So their last-ditch effort before they start resetting their blocks, whatever that looks like for online retailers these days, this is it. This is the day. So if you've got some extra cash for Christmas, or maybe your partner didn't nail it this year, or your kids, didn't really get you the boots that you truly wanted, Tune into today's episode so you can learn all my fancy, dancy, super simple, why didn't I think of that, tips to make your online shopping super, super easy. All right. So plan ahead. This is the number one thing that's so different than shopping in person. Is shopping in person, you can just drive to the store and you can buy some stuff. And I think you should plan ahead even if you are driving to the store and just buying some stuff. But when it comes to online shopping, I think we just need to be a little bit more strategic. First, we need to craft our shopping list. Now, I believe as a stylist, you should craft your shopping list, whether you're shopping online or in person, because if not, this is where we just end up with clothes that we are buying off of impulse, things that we're buying on sale, things that we're buying because we don't really know what our style and personality is. And that's how we end up with a closet full of clothes that are collecting dust instead of creating memories for us or boosting our brand or creating revenue for us, is because we don't have a plan. And I talk about this all the time. I always say, like, would you go grocery shopping without a grocery list? Some of you are probably like, yeah, I would. Well, we can't be friends because I don't know that life, okay? We don't have that in common. But you know what I mean? Even when you're driving to the store, you may not need a list, but you have an intention, you know, roughly idea what you're going to cook that week because you, like most people, know what you like to eat. And you cook a lot of the same things a lot of the same times, right? We're creatures of habit. This is how we live. But you're not just driving to the store. You know exactly where everything is. And in your brain, you kind of have that list. You need to think of online shopping for yourself as the same way. This isn't an indulgent process. Like, we need to have clothes and we need to, be a little methodical about it so that we aren't wasting our time. We're business owners. We have a lot. I was going to say we have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. We have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but we need to be very intentional with our time because you deserve a lot of time to just chill. Sorry, I have a hair in my face somewhere over here. A lot of time that you need, that you deserve to chill so that you can get creative, so that you can run this business, so you can be the amazing woman that you are. Okay, so we're going to plan ahead. We're going to craft our shopping list. We're going to get super clear on what we're replacing versus what we're updating. How are we going to wear this item? Do we have 3 ways to wear it? All of those things that you've heard me talking about on the podcast before. These are all the things that we do in the Style Squad, talking every quarter when we do our shopping and our capsule resets for the season is, what are we replacing in our closet versus what are we updating? How are we wearing it? Do we have 3 different ways to wear it? Do we need it? Why do we need it? Like, we're never just out shopping just to shop. The Style Squad's not a place where we're all just like, look at my Zara haul. I don't even know why I said Zara. I think it's on my mind because of all the controversy that's going on. But like, look at my Express haul. Look at my J. Crew. Look at my Anthro. Like, whatever it is. We're not just out here shopping just to shop. We are being super intentional with it. Okay, so we're going to plan ahead. We're going to craft that list. We're going to make sure that we know what we want. And we're not just going to do that just because we don't want to have orphans in our closet. We're doing that because we have to account for shipping. I see this all the time. Someone calls me, they have a photo shoot, they have a big speaking engagement, and they wait to the very last minute to pick out their outfit, and they're scrambling to decide what they want to wear. And what happens is sometimes we always pull through. Right? I think that's something that we've learned to do in life, right? We always learn how to pull through. But we can save ourselves a lot of angst if we get intentional and we make the list and we make the plan, because what I see happen a ton of times is we keep things because they're good enough. We buy things because they're good enough. I'll do it better next time. Right? I know I struggle with this a lot. Oh, just get it done over perfect. Done over perfect is right. And I totally agree with that. But you have to be really clear that, are we doing done over perfect because we're learning new skills? Or are we doing done over perfect because we've procrastinated and haven't allowed ourselves to do the thing that's going to move the needle for us? And I truly believe if you have an event coming up, you have a photo shoot coming up, you just want to look good on your Zoom calls, like, I have a Style Squad birthday party coming up. Well, it's really going to be a slumber party. More details on that. I'm not going to wait until like January 30th to start picking out my outfit. I'm being intentional about it now. Yes, I'm going to be doing it from this closet, but I want to feel really good. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be some big event. The point is, don't wait until you're on the wire to start ordering stuff. Plan ahead, because shipping like is real, dude. And that's the thing with online shopping is things always look different. Not, I don't want to say always, because it can be good or bad. It's a little harder to tell the quality of the fabric online. And while reviews are amazing, everyone has different opinions about different things. We all value different things, right? We've learned that more and more in the online space, right? We all value different things. All right. So, number 2, I keep playing with my measuring tape. Get you a $5 measuring tape. I don't even know. I think I got $5 for 3 of these. Get you a measuring tape off of Amazon, wherever you shop, and know your measurements. Make sure you have your bust measurements. Make sure you have your waist measurements and your hip measurements. There's also some other measurements that you might need based on what you're shopping, but know your measurements. This little measuring tape is going to save you so much time and energy. You know why? Because sizing isn't regulated across different brands. A size 10 at, say, Anthropologie could be a 14 in J. Crew. Okay? It's not regulated, but they do have to disclose their sizing information. So you may traditionally be an 8 in a certain brand, and that's great information to know. But when you go to a new brand, don't assume that you're the exact same size there. Know your measurements. Check your measurements. It will take you 2 seconds to actually check it on the site, and it will take you about 3 minutes to actually measure your body to know them. I make my kids, I make my husband, I make everybody measure themselves constantly when we're buying things. One year for my husband's birthday, I bought him a Burberry shirt. I share this example because it was an expensive shirt, right? And we ordered it, and I did that. I ordered it just based off his past size. Well, Burberry's a high-end brand. It runs different. There's different buying psychology when you're spending that much money on a shirt. And I just completely forgot. And in the rush of a moment, I speak from experience, I ordered one. And it was too small. And we came back and I was like, oh, crap. Like, what size do you think we should get? And I was like, oh, yeah, pause. Like, what would I do? I would pause, we'd measure, and we'd buy from there. And we did that, and the shirt fit perfect. It was a great lesson, and it was something I will never forget because it wasn't just a Target t-shirt. It wasn't just, oh, it's good enough, we'll just keep it. No, when you're paying that much money for a shirt, it's going to fit. But the reality is, I don't care if it is a Target shirt. It should fit you because you deserve for it to feel amazing. All right, but when in doubt, just buy both. If you are to the wire, because maybe you found the perfect thing on Anthropologie and it's not expected to ship for 2 weeks because it's a pre-order, just order both. Just order both. It's the way of online shopping. What you get to do these days is to try on clothes in the comfort of your home, in the lighting of your home, with everything that you need to understand how you're going to style this outfit, how you're going to take this off the rack item and make it look amazing for you. Order both. I know that this is a philosophy, and something that a lot of people don't like to do is to order things that they know that they're going to send back. But as a stylist, this happens all the time, right? If we're styling someone for a photo shoot or styling someone for a TV or a magazine or whatever, like you go, you shop the clothes, you bring them, only certain things are going to work, and you return them, right? It's like kind of part of the gig. Honestly, if we are only shopping quarterly for very specific things, we're only talking about a couple key pieces a quarter. And if I had to guess, you're probably returning things constantly that you're buying on Amazon or other places. Again, this is the way of our world. This is how we move forward. So instead of you having to drive 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes to go to the mall and schlep around the mall, you get the convenience of getting on the internet for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, buying, no driving time, just buying time, no driving time home. And then maybe in the future, we're going to have to shift and give some of that time for returns. But we can talk about that too. Because this is what happens next. And this is where the overwhelm sets in. So we've carved out time to plan, which might have already seemed like enough. We've measured ourselves. We ordered it. We're excited. And now we're just supposed to wait. And then a lot of us get busy. And I don't know about you, but when packages start rolling in, I'm like, crap, I have so many things to do. And I can't fit this in today. Like you, work super hard on that mindset all the time because I know that that's a lack mindset. And if I really want to do something, I'm going to find the time to do it, right? Like it's going to happen. So what I tell my clients all the time, especially when we're doing specific shops and we're looking for a pair of jeans and maybe we've ordered, maybe we're refreshing their jean collection, right? And we've ordered 3 new pair of jeans that we want to add. But of course we want to do a try on. I always tell them, but maybe we're waiting for packages from a couple stores. I always tell them, store your packages out of sight. Put your packages all in one spot and put them in a different space in your house that you don't walk by regularly so that when you schedule your try on, which we'll talk about next, the packages are just sitting there waiting for you. They are not just another thing for you to do. I don't know about you, but working from home as an entrepreneur, I'm walking around the house and I'm doing things. When I leave this space of my office and I walk downstairs, I don't want to see dirty dishes. I don't want to see laundry piled up. I don't want to see, oh yeah, I got to go try on those jeans. I forgot I got to try on those jeans. Oh, don't forget, Chloe needs this for school and Landon needs to go to the dentist. Like, right? Because we are constantly flipping back and forth between our business and our personal life and we're in our home. There's so many different reminders of all the things we need to do. This is how I start compartmentalize that, is put those packages in a different space. Then you are going to schedule your try on. You are going to look at your calendar. You are going to pick a day and a time that you are not rushed, and you are going to give yourself the permission to play, to indulge in adorning your body in clothes that feel good for you. You are going to make sure it's not a day that you're feeling rushed. And not only that, you're going to check where you're at on your cycle, because this is something that comes up over and over and over. I've heard it so many times. I get on a call with a client and they're like, my period started today. I really don't want to do this. Or I am PMSing so bad. I can't do this. And sometimes, depending, when you do it with an accountability buddy like your stylist, it's easier to do these things. But when we're doing it by ourselves, it definitely can be a little daunting. So I would, if I was you, avoid those times. If you know that this is a time where you're harder on your body, maybe your body changes, maybe you get more bloated, whatever it is, please don't try on new clothes. Because we all know it's not about the clothes. It's so much deeper than the clothes, right? The clothes are just the vehicle that helps us get there. And not only are you going to do that and make sure of that when you're trying on, the other reason I want you to wait to schedule this is I want you to do your hair and makeup how you would do it when you're wearing that outfit. If you are someone who, like myself, who gets way into it, loves it, sometimes you might not vibe with the outfit exactly as is the first time. I'm going to give you an example, something I know is super relatable. Think of your favorite pair of shoes that you own right now. You love them. They fit your feet perfect. They're so comfy. They are molded to the shape of your feet. The very first time you put them on, they didn't feel like that. You might not even have liked them that much. You might not have even been certain that they were the right shoe for you. But you were like, okay, yeah, it fits. It looks good. It looks good with these pants. Once it kind of breaks in over time, and they absolutely break in, right? But that very first moment that you slide your foot in, even if it's comfortable, even the most comfortable shoe, it still feels new. It still feels new and different than the pair of shoes you've been wearing that feel amazing, right? So when you think about your new clothes like that, yes, we can put on clothes and they're going to feel great and they're going to look amazing. But sometimes you might need a little getting used to, especially if you're challenging your style identity or your style is evolving. Give yourself some grace for doing something new. And when we have our hair and our makeup done in a way that feels really good and natural for us, it's just going to make it one step closer for you feeling like you've accomplished and that online shopping really isn't that horrible. And I always tell, and this is something I do personally inside of the Style Squad, when I do shop online, I always take pictures of my clothes and drop in how it looked when I just put it on without styling it. And then I do a why it works and how I styled it to make it work. And one of my go-to examples I think of right now is over the summer, I had bought a dress, a really long dress, really pretty, beautiful summer dress. But off the rack, I put it on. Looked like shit. I was like, ugh. I knew, because I've been doing this a long time for myself, especially if I just put on the right pair of shoes and a belt, it was going to transform everything about the dress. So I played with it a little bit, trying to figure out exactly what shoes was the vibe I was going with, because I knew there was only one belt that was going to work for this dress. And then once I had it figured out, I dropped inside Style Squad. I gave the style philosophy and why it worked, how it worked with my body type, all of that. But off the rack, I hated it at first. Well, my initial gut reaction was like, ugh. And then I was like, I know exactly what to do. Now, hands down, it's my favorite dress. I can't wait to wear it again next year. It's actually, where is it? Oh, it's a back here. Beautiful, beautiful summer dress. And I just share that to just say that, like, this is a process. It is a habit. So when you're doing yourself shopping today, these are all the online shopping secrets that I use. And at the end, like I said, get support. If you're not going to join the Style Squad, you have no desire, that's cool. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, but that's cool. Text a friend, right? Go to someone, ask for that support, right? It's just like having the salesperson in the store that can help you craft out the whole outfit, right? We all need that extra support. All right, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Online Shopping Secrets from a Stylist. If you are interested in joining the squad because you love all of this and you just want to create these habits and you want to meet other amazing female entrepreneurs so you can expand your community, refresh your style, boost your revenue, boost your life, use code SQUAD10 to get $10 off your first month inside the Style Squad. That's $39 a month. That's cheaper than like 2 drinks at your favorite restaurant. Well, maybe 3, but you're not drinking 3. Someone else is getting the third one because you got to make it home. And join us. January is going to be amazing. February is the first birthday. We're going to have a slumber party. And what happens at slumber parties? We share more secrets. So it's going to be a style and success, secrets, slumber party, so much juicy stuff. And we haven't even gotten into spring trends yet. I mean, oh my God, I'm so excited. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. It's the last episode of 2023. Thank you, Style Nation, for being here on this journey. We have been podcasting for 4 years now, and I'm so excited to take it next level and to be posting these videos on YouTube where I can do fun things like grab my dress and show you guys. And I'm so beyond grateful for every single message, every single email, every single reference around the podcast and your support, every single download, every single listen, every single view. But love when you guys come back and you tell me what works or how something changed your life. We're all just doing our best. So I have full body chills, feeling a little teary. So we're going to close with that. Happy New Year. I can't wait to see you guys in the new year. All right. Stay styled for life.